Whether you love them or whether you hate them, it looks like they are here to stay. Austin City Council is set to vote today on how to regulate those electric scooters that have been popping up downtown.
They are everywhere. It's just the latest in transportation technology that is changing the way we get around. But the city says today's vote will update the current code because it does not address the dockless mobility options. And one council member told us it really is about safety.
This is new and it's exciting. And so we just need to quickly update our codes. For a long time, we've had in code that you can't obstruct a sidewalk and you can't do something on a right of way that's going to hurt people. So we're just making that clear that that applies to scooters too.
If council passes today's item, it would implement a 6-month permit process for scooter companies on May 1st. The proposal includes fees, a limit on the number of scooters, insurance, and some other requirements. Now, Chris Davis joins us to explain how this, Chris, is just the beginning. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Sally and John. It's been less than a month since a couple of companies dropped off hundreds of these scooters here in town. You've probably seen them in bike lanes and on sidewalks. And researchers tell KXAN you're probably not going to stop seeing them anytime soon.
What usually takes me a 15-minute walk ended up being a 2-minute scooter ride.
Yesterday morning was Alec Wilrot's first ride.
I got the hang of it right away. I was able to just pick up the scooter and ride it.
Now his city is smaller, simpler.
These kinds of services, they are on demand, they are reliable.
Chandra Bhatt researches transportation at UT. He's working on a paper about mobility as a service. Think scooters, shared bikes, Uber and Lyft. That's a shift from the ownership model most of us are used to.
I think we are in a new landscape in transportation.
In some cases, a modified landscape. Bhatt says some public transit departments are looking at how to integrate things like the scooters.
Where for the first mile and the last mile, you have these kinds of services.
And then you hop on a bus or train for the main portion of the trip. He says there needs to be regulation, not just to ensure safety, but to ensure everyone has the same kind of access.
It opens up a lot of room in the city to get from point A to point B.
Downtown workers like Teddy Couch see the benefits and the drawbacks. He's along for the ride.
There's got to be some middle ground there because it's a good opportunity for the city.
Now, Bhatt says these types of options can provide more opportunities for the communities that need more types of transportation options, but he says the city's going to have to keep an eye out for unintended consequences. Send it back to you.
Chris, thank you for that. You know, both Bird and Lime Bikes say that they're looking forward to working with the city, and they have high hopes of expanding into the greater Austin area, so you can see them in your neighborhood. City's Transportation Department is still hosting public meetings about the e-scooters. The next one is tomorrow at the Cultural Arts Training Room on East 2nd Street from 9 a.m. until noon.